So good morning, everyone, and welcome to this information session on the Pact for Skills. Thank you very much. My name is Sabrina Ferraz-Guarino. I am from the Directorate General for Employment, Social Affairs and Inclusion, which is a bit the European version of a national ministry for labor. And I'm here to present to you the Pact for Skills. I would like to give you a first introduction about why we need a Pact for Skills. Then we will go about what is the Pact actually about and what are the activities that are promoted, what the Pact can do for you and for your company, and also what have been the outputs so far, the feedback from the members, and an invitation for you to join us. So why a Pact for Skills? Right now, we have 60 million people in Europe that only have lower secondary education. At the same time, over 70% of European companies complain because they do not have enough skilled workforce. So we are facing a huge skills shortages, and at the same time, less qualification for the citizens also equals less good jobs and a less good labor market integration. So for this reason, the Pact for Skills wants to bring together public and private organizations and promote up and reskilling. It's not moving. Oh, sorry. Right now, we have already 20 large-scale skills partnerships. These include all the key industrial economic systems, as you can see. And the pledges that we have received so far have been very positive, and they have committed to skill 25 million people in the coming years. So what is actually the partnership about? The Pact for Skills has 4 main key principles. The main goal is to promote a culture of lifelong learning all over Europe, because we need to achieve the target by 2030 of at least 60% of European citizens that engage in up and reskilling every year. And for this, it's very important to focus on adult learning and lifelong learning. Secondly, we need to focus on strategic skills partnerships in all the sectors of the industry. Third, we need to focus on the supply and demand of the skills that we need, and we need to work together to anticipate the skills of the future. And last but not least, we need to remember that our focus is based on specific values, and are the European values of working against discrimination, for gender equality and equal opportunities. So it's important to remember that joining the Pact is absolutely for free. There is no fee to become a member, and members actually receive support in order to look for EU funding. It's a win-win situation, meaning that all the stakeholders involved do not need to disclose any of their internal information, and there is no disruption of the market, of the competition, in the market. To give you a more practical example of what the Pact actually involves, there are many different activities that Pact members do. These are 3 more pragmatic examples. First of all, it could be about the development of training programs, then about the actual providing of training and mentoring, and also a very important point is working together to deliver communication strategies and campaigns to raise the awareness about how important it is to do up and reskilling. The benefits of the membership include the fact that you can collaborate with a group of peers who is as interested as you in up and reskilling opportunities. And at the same time, you can access information for funding of your projects. And last but not least, it's a peer learning and knowledge sharing opportunity. So again, to become more practical, these are the support services that are offered to the members of the Pact for Skills. These are 3 hubs. The first hub is the networking hub, who supports you to look for partners if you want to do up and reskilling in your specific sector. Then also it supports you with the organization of events, the promotion of your activities overall, and so on. And social media also plays a very important role. The guidance hub is going to help you on a bit more technical level for the partnership, and at the same time, it's going to support you regarding the funding opportunities that there are. And then there is the knowledge hub, where you can find a library, workshops, and webinars to support you in this up and reskilling journey. So I'll go very briefly over this. These are all the different kinds of funding that are available and come from the European Union. Some of you might know the European Social Fund, the ESF. So we are in Germany. Overall, for all over Europe, there are 99 billion euros. There are for the ESF. And the majority of this funding is linked to up and reskilling opportunities. At the same time, Erasmus Plus is more or less 27 billion for the period of time 2021-2027. So there's also there a lot of money for up and reskilling. And to give you the example of Germany, going back to ESF, Germany alone has something like 6 billion euros, plus the co-financing of the member states, so nearly 13 billion euros from 2001 until 2027 to also invest in skills on up and reskilling. So definitely worthy to check this out. So about the output. The Pact for Skills was launched in 2020. And last year we did a survey and we asked our members what we have reached so far. And as you can see, the output is very positive. 3.5 million people benefited from upskilling activities because of the Pact. 310 million were invested in up and reskilling activities. We have 92,000 stakeholders had joined forces with us, and overall 48,000 training courses were adopted and developed. And I would like to close also with the feedback from the members on the Pact themselves. So we asked them, what are the positive effects of a Pact membership? And 81% of the members stressed that being a Pact member improved the skills monitoring and anticipation in their sector. Then 74% of them said that being a Pact member enhanced the quality and the volume of the training that they were offering. And 77% of the members said that it improved also the inclusiveness of their courses. So that will be all on my side. I will leave you to our amazing speakers today, but join us. This is the website, have a look at all the projects, and we look forward to hear back from you.
Thank you very much for the very informative presentation, Sabrina. I'm Daniela Santopolo from the European Commission, Directorate General for Industry, and I would like today to have the feedback of two very active members of the initiative that Sabrina has presented, the Pact for Skills, where they can tell us what is in there for European businesses, why is it interesting for you to join this initiative. And in order to do this, I will ask some questions to our guests, but first of all, I will let them introduce themselves. So Vasiliki, please, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes. Good morning. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you also for the invitation by the Commission. It's great to be here. I'm Vasiliki Hadjipetru. I'm co-founder and director of ReadLab in Greece. It's a small and medium-sized enterprise. ReadLab stands for Research, Innovation and Development Lab, and of Candide International in Belgium. Both companies are member of the Pact for Skills. Thank you for the invitation. Great to be here.
Sergey.
Thank you, Daniela. Also, I'd like to thank the Commission for their invitation to us here today. My name is Sergey Keral. I represent the European employers for the agricultural sector, and actually we are in charge of the coordination of the European Agri-Food Pact for Skills, which is one of the large-scale partnerships within the Pact for Skills.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. And I will go now to the bulk of the discussion. So I would like to ask each of you, what are the challenges that you experience in your business, in your really daily job, in finding the right skills? I would start with you, Vasiliki.
Okay, thank you. To begin with, the challenges are continuous because you need to grow as a company, as a business. You need to address challenges and be able to actually respond to the market with high quality results and services. Therefore, skills are a constant need. So the difficulties that are related to finding the right skills are also a continuous challenge. So if I had to pick three main challenges, three main difficulties, it would be the supply. Sometimes we receive few applications or no applications for no positions, or the not right much of the supply. So we might receive a number of applications, but it's not a good fit. The second one is resources, and the third one is time, which is also a resource. So you have to invest in time and resources even to gather the right skills or to upskill. So these would be the three main challenges.
Thank you, Vasiliki. Sergi, from your side.
So for us, I can speak from the agricultural perspective. First of all, it's a question of timing. Often we see how the need for skilled workers it changes very rapidly depending on the seasonality of some of the products that we produce. It's also a question of lack of support. Often it's the farmer itself that is responsible for providing this training on site, especially because he just received maybe a group of 15 workers from one day to another, and out of the sudden he needs to provide very specific training in all areas, not only in the productive, but we're also talking about a question of health and safety, which is very, very important in agriculture. It's a question of funding and resources. You know that agriculture is permanently under very, very economic pressure. It's very difficult to afford new workers. It's very difficult to afford training for these workers. So these are the main challenges for us at the moment, and also the fact that it's strongly linked with staff shortages. Staff shortages have the side effect of also high rotation of staff. That means that the training that you have already provided, you might lose in the next season. You have to retrain new workers all the time. So how we see it is we need to invest into the constant transformation from the technological point of view to offer better quality jobs that are much more attractive, that can also help retain the workers and the talent within the sector.
Thank you very much for these very insightful answers. I will go to my second question now, and this is really like we enter into the core of the discussion because I would like to know, how did the Pact for Skills, so our European Union initiative, help you with the challenges that you have described? I will start with Sergi for now.
So this taps very much into it's very linked to the challenges that I have just presented. GEOPA, Copa Cogeca were part of the launch of our Pact for Skills for the sector, basically because the Pact replies in a great manner to the challenges that are presented. In our experience, Pact has been a great support, especially on the networking side. We have a lot of members that are now talking to each other. We have a lot of European funded projects on skills that they are a great part of our membership. They've helped us gain funding opportunities for the members. They've helped us reach out many more stakeholders in the sector, and they are definitely one of the pillars providing insights and research for the sector in this area.
Thank you. Excellent. And Vasiliki, what is your experience? How did the Pact for Skills help you to answer the challenges?
Thank you for the question. Actually, speaking from the standpoint of the small and medium-sized enterprise, It also helped us to reach out to peers, so other small and medium-sized enterprises. It helped us via networking with stakeholders, with actors of different sizes and different backgrounds. So networking, synergies, and of course funding. We had access to information about funding. We found support and guidance to submit applications. Some of them were successful, some other not, but still we received upskilling and we contributed to upskilling in other sectors, therefore enhancing the skills of our team as well. And this was through access to information and funding, not just in the EU level. It's not something outside of the reach of an SME, but also in national level. We were the example of actually participating, received funding, just to bring an example, as a small and medium-sized enterprise, to build competencies for VR applications. So we built expertise, we bought the equipment, we had the training, the upskilling, the learning curve, through a program funded by the ERDF and ESF combined funds through the national resources that were presented by Sabrina previously. So it's a source of information, it's a source of networking, it's a source of building synergies, opportunities, and have access to potential funding as well. So it's a great source of support for small and medium-sized enterprises, right, like Reglement can do.
Excellent, thank you so much. I go to my third question. Did you have access to funds at European, national or regional level to finance up and reskilling? Vasiliki, what was your experience here?
Yes, well, half replied already to the question. We already had the experience of participating and receiving funds to upskill through in national level. So for our own company to develop competencies and expertise in services that we wanted strategically to bring to the market. And it worked. And we also participated in EU-level, EU-funded projects such as Erasmus+, therefore contributing to upskilling and reskilling in other sectors, and also our team through the development in the project. So yes, we had an experience. It was very positive and very rewarding, and it really enhanced our own capacities.
Excellent. Sergi, your experience?
So as I was saying before, the projects, EU-funded projects are a central part of our Pact. But specifically, we have two in particular. They are called iRestart and Social Dialogue for Skills. These two projects have helped us develop our Pact. We are partners of the iRestart project, and we are the managers of the Social Dialogue for Skills. JOPA is a social partner for agriculture at European level. So with the second one, what we are trying to do is to understand how social dialogue at European and national level can support the development of the Pact at regional and national level. How can social partners work together to reskill and upskill our workforce? And with the iRestart project, what we are aiming at is to create a European observatory on skills needs. As Sabrina was saying it before, also skills forecast is also very important. It's very necessary to understand where each sector is going to.
Excellent. Last question, most relevant probably for the audience here. If you could give an advice to the businesses in the audience that are facing similar challenges with regards to finding skilled people, what would it be, Sergi?
So I introduced this idea before. Finding skilled people now goes hand in hand with finding people. We often talk to other sectors. We all face the same problem: staff shortages, and we're all fighting for the same people, because at the end of the day, it's a demographic question, and this will not change from one day to another. My recommendation would be to follow the path of technological transformation. Do not be afraid to invest in skills and the transformation of your sectors, because at the end of the day, that will give you the opportunity to provide more quality jobs, better qualified jobs, that at the end of the day, they are much more attractive. um, and you will have a bit more advantages when it comes to retaining talent, attracting talent, and definitely helping the development of your business.
Vasiliki, what is your advice to our audience?
Well, I presume that in the audience there are fellow SME co-founders or founders or managers or even heads of various departments or employees. The investing in skills is investing in people, okay? And your entity, your company, your small, medium-sized enterprise, if you started by yourself, you're in a continuous learning process as a founder or as a director, as a manager. You continuously learn against the challenges on how to do things, how to make things better, how to make them work better, how to make them work more efficiently. So it should be part of the organizational culture, because a company, no matter its size, it's its people. That's what we mean by skills. Like it's the company's talent, what they bring to the table, the innovation, the thought, the brainstorming, their knowledge, their experience, their capacity. So it should be, and it helps to embrace it as an organizational company culture. That's one thing that goes throughout the company. The second thing is, as it is a learning process, keep learning. I mean, be eager to learn, be open to opportunity, be open to networking, be open to synergies, be open to your peer that will talk to you on the fair, exchanging experiences and know-how and their own personal, capacity, what they've been through, how they've made it, where they failed. Failure is part of the game. So we have to learn constantly to address the challenges. And in order to do the two previous things, the Pact for Skills is a very supportive way to do it. Join the Pact. From our experience, it has been a source of information. It has been a source of information to access funding, to go through the challenges, to exchange experience with other SMEs and other actors and social stakeholders. So it's important to have different perspectives. It only takes you further. And there is no boundary. It's not within your local context. It's not within your national context. You can think local, you can exchange local, and have a European outreach, and have or international outreach. Globalization is here, and the digital transformation allows us to do things beyond the strict borders of our reality. So take advantage of the challenges and turn them into your benefit, such as digital challenges or resources challenges or climate change, through the learning process, and making this an organizational culture, and take advantage of all the sources of information, such as the Pact. Join it, is for free, and it can help you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very illuminating discussion. Vasiliki, Sergi, thank you so much. Thank you, Sabrina, for the informative and exhaustive presentation that describes the Pact for Skills initiative. So what are the main takeaways here? Businesses in Europe of any size face important skills shortages in any sector. What is the European Union response to this initiative, the EU Pact for Skills, that basically allows you to, free of charge, join forces and access support in terms of networking opportunities, training opportunities, and guidance on how to access the varied forms of funding, EU funding, but also national and regional funding for the up and reskilling of the workers, so that you will very more easily and more quickly have access to a skilled workforce that you need for your business. I would like to thank you for listening to our session and open the floor to any questions from the audience. Thank you very much.
Hello. Thank you very much for the discussion. It was really interesting. I have two questions to the business representatives on the panel. The first one is, if you were to name top 3 or top 5 skills that you personally in your business are looking for right now, or maybe the companies you're in touch with, that would be very interesting. And it would be very interesting also to hear whether it's more soft skills or hard skills. What is it that you're looking for? That's the first question. And the second question is, it was, I just forgot the second question. All right, let's keep it with the first one. Thank you.
Thank you. I would have to say both, obviously depending on the role and depending on the need you have as business at that point. I mean, if you're looking for someone who's a software engineer, you're looking for a software engineer, so it's very precise. Now, if we look at how things are being developed, it is hard skills, obviously, but it is also soft skills, and it is digital skills. That's one. Because we take them for granted, but they're not, and in any level. And the second thing would be soft skills, and especially with, how should I put it, managing, communicating, especially managerial skills and, initiative and what we also call entrepreneurial mindset. An entrepreneurial mindset that does not have to do exclusively with establishing your own business. Entrepreneurial mindset has to do with creativity. How do I overcome the challenge that I have in front of me in my, everyday work? I have to come up with a solution, something. I had read an article at some point where it says about employers what is the major issue and the expectation they have from their workforce. And it was saying that to a certain percentage, employers highly appreciate not the the employees that come with a solution to the problem, a proposal, instead of just identifying the problem. So this is important. And may I just grab the opportunity to say, having discussed this, sharing it also with anyone in the audience that might be interested. The Commission, DG Grow, together with the ISMEA, in another initiative, also in collaboration and with the Pact for Skills, is supporting SMEs through an EU initiative that is called Entrepreneurship for All. It's, again, free training on entrepreneurial skills, digital skills, sustainability skills, financial skills. We as ReadLab participate in the consortium developing the digital ecosystem of the Entrepreneurship for All initiative, the Entrepreneurship for All program, and it's also a source of free training for SMEs in the post-COVID period. So I would urge you also to visit this for information. But I hope I have replied to your question. Thank you.
Sergio as well.
Yeah, well, our situation perhaps will be familiar to some business owners here, where there's a clear distinction between the business owner, in this case the farmer, and the farm worker. So currently for farm workers, the need for skills is very technical, it's very much on the hard skill side. As I was saying before, sometimes it's even a timing issue, where these workers come and they don't know how to use the proper technique to pick up the crop, for example. So that's very clear. But as you might have seen recently in the streets, farmers are more and more pressured to really know absolutely everything. They have to do everything by themselves. So suddenly they have to be experts on managerial questions. They have to be experts on the greening transition. More and more, they have to be experts on anything that is related to automation and digitalization, data analysis, satellite imagery, even usage of drones. So our sector, it's always in permanent transformation, but it's important to understand that it's a slow transformation. Because investments and planning always takes years, always takes a lot of resources, but it's definitely happening. So it's difficult to foresee exactly where it's going, but the need for skills is there. It's going to increase on top, especially because there is a pressure to remain competitive, which is very difficult at the moment. We have to compete with the non-EU parties that are investing a lot, especially on innovation. So the future of the farmer is very complex. It's going to require a lot of training, and that's one of the main reasons why we need the generational renewal in agriculture.
Thank you. Any further questions from the audience? If not, thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward for you to join the EU Pact for Skills. Thank you very much.